Hola. So, funny story. I was just sitting in my padded cell thinking, and I thought, hey, what if I play this funny arrow game without arrows? So, I'm going for the Golden Skull and King's Court without using any of my arrows. And I will shoot them, but I'll not hit any enemies with arrows, and I won't let the red archers catch them. So it's just getting rid of arrows in my inventory, or in my quiver, so that way I can't bump it into red archers and they'll steal my arrows, because that just makes things harder. It doesn't really take away from the spirit, but yeah. I'm just stomping a lot of guys. And you also really have to try to go fast with these stomps. Kill these guys as quick as possible, so that way you don't get overwhelmed by them. Because you can't really get out of a situation when you're overwhelmed with arrows. Oh, and I think, yeah, I decided to delete all my arrows using the laser arrows, because the laser arrows disappear after a short while. So now I have no arrows anywhere. However, I will be able to get them very quickly again, unfortunately. So that was just kind of a waste of time. But here I utilize this little strategy where you force the archers to dodge right when they spawn in. And when they dodge, they're at their most vulnerable, so I can quickly do a quick stomp, especially when there's a ledge ceiling right above me to keep me from jumping too high in the air. Yeah. And now we start to fight the king guy. Evil king guy. He's not that difficult to stomp. You just gotta wait until his shield is down and make sure that the laser attack doesn't have the lasers yet. Because if you touch those, even if you stomp them, if you just touch them, you kind of just die. So, those little crystal things that shoot out the lasers, you don't want to touch those. But it's pretty nice, very easy to avoid-ish. Just be patient or whatnot. And now, these wing guys are kind of annoying, but they're also pretty simple to get rid of quickly. And also, these worms, I actually recommend leaving a single cultist alive, because they're pretty easy to avoid. And wait for all the thorns, the bramble, to go away, so that way you don't have to worry about them in the future. Because it's kind of not feasible to kill all of those before they can, all the little worm guys before they can, spawn or before they, bramble the arena and whatnot. They usually get at least one off before you can kill them, and that's if you're really good at dash canceling onto them. But yeah. Oh, for this attack, he shoots these two at an angle that is away from you, so if you like staying still in a corner, the bombs won't ever come near you. I shot that laser in a kind of bad spot, but luckily it disappeared before the enemy spawned. Oh, and this guy, this red archer, is a bit... There's not an easy way to get rid of him, at least not consistently enough, Oh, also, I'm also not counting the laser guys shooting their arrows and killing enemies as, arrow kills. It'd just be a lot of a hassle just to tried to mitigate how many times the enemies kill each other, so I'm just not counting it. It's not my fault. And I utilized the same strategy I did with the cultists, leaving this guy alive until the bramble disappears. And luckily this guy has a easy to stomp AI, so yeah. Also, this is like one of the second times I got into the final wave in this challenge. So I paused to take a breather. But yeah. You just gotta bait one of the bombs to go in one place. And that, I almost lost my shield there, but I kinda got away with it. Luckily. But yeah. GG. And crown. Yeah, I know this commentary sucks, but golden skull. Nice. Anyway, that's all. Wait, actually that's not all. There's this clip I want to show you. So basically there's this overlooked thing in the game's code or something on how arrows are picked up. So right before a bomb arrow explodes, you are able to just pick it up for some reason. You don't have to dodge into it or anything like how you normally defuse a bomb. So in this clip, I was a little confused because, you know, you see, he had no arrows, he shot an arrow, he picked up that arrow and lost his shield. I never really knew about this, but I think it also works with the player. Hang on. So I tested it out. You know, you can cheat yourself a shield in trials mode, so that way you don't have to worry about enemies and stuff. And cheat in some bomb barrels too. And then, yeah, you just collect the arrow. You know, I kind of wonder if this also works with the trigger arrows. I'd assume it works with the super bomb arrows, but trigger arrows would be interesting. So I tested it out, and trigger arrows do indeed work the same way. So if you ever find yourself in a versus match and, you know, they have a trigger arrow lying around and you happen to have a shield as well, you can just walk up to it and you just get the arrow back. I mean, in normal circumstances, I'd suggest dodging into it to collect it, but this technique probably will have a surprise component, so I don't know.